Before we begin this class, I suggest that you grab a block if you have one, or move to a place where you will have a wall nearby for later in our practice today. So maybe set up that now, and then come and join me in a seated position. Their spine reaching long, and your eyes closed. Your hands resting on your knees, palms facing up or down. And begin to arrive. Taking slow, deep breaths. Noticing the breath as it moves in through the nose and fills your lungs. And as it goes back out. And let's bring our hands in prayer at the center of our chest and set an intention for this practice. A word or a phrase, something to repeat every time our hands come back to this position. Something you want to take with you throughout your day today. Seal that intention in. And then inhale and lift your arms up to the sky, reaching long. And exhale for a side stretch, dropping the right arm down. Left arm reaches long overhead. Chest twists up towards the ceiling. Your ear is connected to your arm to protect the neck. And the left hip roots down to the ground. Inhale to come back up through center. And exhale, drop the left arm down, other side. Right arm reaches long overhead, reaching through the fingertips, twisting up with your chest. Inhale back up to center. And exhale for a seated twist, twisting to the right. Right hand comes behind you, left hand comes to the right knee. Inhaling to find length. And exhaling to twist a little bit deeper, but keeping it nice and gentle. Inhale to come back through center, lifting your arms up overhead again. And exhale, twist to the left. Left hand comes behind you. Right hand comes to the left knee. Pulling the left shoulder back, pushing the right shoulder forward. Inhale back through center, reaching long once more. And exhale your hands back down to your knees. Next, we're going to cradle the baby. So bring your right leg up, lifting your right leg up into your arms, hooking your elbow around the knee and your other elbow around the bottom of your foot, and finding that stretch through the hip, pulling the leg towards you. It's just like your leg's a baby, maybe rocking it back and forth. And exhale to release your leg back down. Switching sides. You'll pick up your left leg now, cradling the leg, the knee and the bottom of the foot in between your elbows. Pulling that leg a little bit closer to you, trying to find an openness in your chest and length in your spine at the same time. Maybe rocking the leg side to side. And exhale to release the leg back down to the ground. Taking one more inhale here. And exhale into table. Hands come directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips, engaging the abs, head gazes down. Let's take a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale to drop the belly, open the chest, lift the chin. And exhale to round the spine, drop the head. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, lift the chin, squeeze the shoulder blades. And exhale, cat, round the spine, drop the head. Keep moving like this at your own breath. And after your next exhale, come and find a neutral spine and tabletop. We'll move through bird dog next. So engaging the abs, spine is nice and straight. Inhale and lift your right arm up and your left leg up, reaching them out long, keeping them even with your hips and shoulders. And exhale to bring them back down. Inhale the left arm up and the right leg up, reaching through the fingertips and the heel. And exhale, put them back down. Inhale, right arm and left leg, engaging the abs. And exhale, back down. Inhale, left arm, right leg, reaching through both limbs. And exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale, right arm, left leg, engage the abs. And exhale, back down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. And exhale, back to table. Take one deep breath in table. And exhale into downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back. Taking time to pedal out the feet or wag the hips side to side in this first down dog. Taking whatever movements feel good. Warming up the hamstrings and the calves. And still squeezing those shoulder blades together and finding length in the side body. And inhale, bend the knees, gaze to the top of the mat. And exhale, walk to the top, forward fold. Let's hang out here in this forward fold. Keeping a gentle bend in the knees or a deep bend. Let your neck relax. Maybe nod your head yes or shake your head no. Really just feeling the stretch all through the legs. And as you inhale, begin to roll up to Tadasana or come up with a straight back. Slowly taking your time to get there. And when you arrive in mountain pose, rooting down through the feet, reaching up with the chest, shoulders back, hands by your sides, all muscles are engaged. And we'll go through our sun salutations. Inhale to sweep the arms up long overhead. And exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands pressed to shins, thighs, or the ground. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank, engage the abs. And exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Keep those elbows in tight. Inhale, upward facing dog, opening the chest, flipping the toes. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze to the top of the mat. And exhale, step or walk forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long, gaze is down. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up long overhead, coming to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale your hands in prayer to the center of your chest, repeating the intention you set at the beginning of practice. Inhale, sweep the arms up long overhead, and exhale, keep the length, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long and straight, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back to plank, And exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze to the top of the mat. And exhale, walk or hop forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands and shins, thighs to the ground. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up long overhead, coming to stand. And exhale your hands in prayer to the center of your chest, repeating that intention. Inhale, sweep the arms up long overhead. And exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze towards the top of the mat. And exhale, make your way to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Urdhva coming to stand, arms overhead. And exhale your hands in prayer to the center of your chest, repeating that intention once again. Next we'll find tree. Shifting the weight into the right leg. Begin to lift your left leg up, pressing the foot into the calf or the thigh, or gently touching the ground and the ankle. Keeping our hands in prayer, pressing the foot into the leg and the leg back into the foot to find balance. Gaze is at one single point. And as you inhale, if you feel comfortable, beginning to lift your arms up overhead, reaching through your fingertips. Keep pressing that leg into the foot and the foot into the leg, opening that hip. One more inhale. And exhale, dropping your arms back down, setting your foot back down to the ground gently. Other side, shifting your weight into your left foot, placing the right foot against the calf or the thigh, or the toes touching the ground and the heel at the ankle, opening up through the hip. Lifting up through the chest, gaze is at a solid point. And whenever you're comfortable, inhaling and lifting your arms up long overhead, spreading your branches wide. Pressing that foot into the leg and the leg back into the foot. One more inhale. And exhale to release the pose. Coming back down to Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, Urdhva. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, spine reaches long, gaze is down. And exhale, downward facing dog, planting the hands, stepping back, and lifting the hips up and back. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, open up the hip, bending at the knee. Keeping both hands on the ground, but opening that hip more up to the sky. Inhale here. And as you exhale, move into low lunge, engaging the abs as you do so to gently set the foot down. Squaring the hips, pulling the right hip back and the left hip forward. Inhale up into warrior two. Left heel spirals down, arms spiral up and out to the side. Gaze is over the front fingertips, but chest is open. Bending a little bit deeper into that front leg. Good. Really reaching through both fingertips, lifting up through the chest, through the head, and reaching down through the feet. Inhale here in Warrior Two. And exhale into Peaceful Warrior, letting the back arm reach down the back leg. The right arm comes overhead, bending through the back, reaching through your fingertips, keeping your ear attached to your bicep. Inhale back into Warrior Two. And exhale into Triangle Pose, straightening the front leg. Right arm comes down to touch the ground or the ankle or your shin or a block. Left arm reaches long overhead, reaching through those fingertips. Maybe shifting your feet closer together a little bit if that makes things better for you. Finding that stretch in the hips. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Inhale back up into Warrior Two, bending through that right knee. Taking a nice inhale in Warrior Two. And exhale into Low Lunge, bringing the hands back down to frame the foot. Inhale, step back to plank, engage the abs, gazes down. And exhale, take your vinyasa, lowering down through chaturanga. Inhaling into Up Dog. And exhale into Down Dog. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog, reaching through that heel. And as you exhale, we'll open up the hip, bending the knee and opening up that hip to the side. Inhale here. And as you exhale with control, step into Low Lunge. When you step into Low Lunge, pulling that left hip back and the right hip forward. Inhale into Warrior Two. Right heel spirals down, arms come up and out, reaching through those fingertips, gaze over the front fingertips. Bending a little bit deeper into that front knee, making sure your knee is pulling more towards your pinky toe and not sinking in. Inhale here. And exhale into Peaceful Warrior, dropping your right arm down the back leg. Left arm comes out long overhead, reaching back. Finding length through the whole side body. Inhale back into Warrior Two. And exhale into Triangle, straightening the front leg. Left hand comes down. Right arm reaches long overhead, reaching through both fingertips. Keep reaching. Hips are open, finding that stretch through the leg. Inhale back into Warrior Two, bending the knee. And exhale, Low Lunge. Hands come to frame the front foot. Inhale, step back to plank, engaging those abs. And exhale, take your vinyasa, meeting me in Downward Facing Dog. Inhale the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, open up the hip again, bending at the knee. Inhale. And as you exhale, with control, step into Low Lunge, stepping that right foot between your hands, squaring the hips, lifting up through that back knee. Inhale into Warrior Two. Reaching through both fingertips, reaching up with the chest, up through the head, bending a little bit deeper into that front knee. Inhale and come into Peaceful Warrior. Flipping your warrior, reversing it, reaching through that through those fingertips. Inhaling to come back into warrior two. And exhaling into triangle once again, straightening that front leg. Reaching through both fingertips. Gaze can be down to the side or up, wherever you'd like it. Inhale back into warrior two. And then we'll find half moon. So this is where you might want to grab a block or maybe move next to a wall to help you out with your balance. So to come into half moon, we'll step the back foot in a little bit and shift the weight into the front leg. Begin to lift the back leg in line with the hips, placing the right hand down to the ground or at a block at whatever level, directly in line with your shoulder and your elbow. Lift the left hand up to the sky, straightening the standing leg, but keeping a little bend to it to protect the knee. And we're trying to get the hips to stack. We're opening the hips. We're opening the chest. You want to be completely sideways and reach through both fingertips, really reaching up and down, reaching through the legs, reaching through this head, just reaching in all directions. Your gaze can be on the floor, out to the side, or the ceiling, wherever you'd like. And remember to breathe. You can see that a wall would be useful here if you want to really stack your hips all the way and make sure that you're not going to fall over. Exhale to come out of the pose. We'll come back into warrior two. So look down at the floor and lower the raised leg. Lifting the arms back up into warrior two. And exhale into low lunge. Hands come to frame the front foot. Inhale, step back to plank. And exhale, take your vinyasa. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. And exhale, bend the knee and open up the hip. Inhaling here. And as you exhale into low lunge, do it with control, engaging the abs, gently setting the foot down in between your hands. Inhale up into warrior two, reaching through the fingertips, bending through that front knee. And inhale into peaceful warrior, reversing your warrior. Right hand comes back down the leg, left arm is long, stretching through the side body. Inhale into warrior two. And exhale into triangle pose, straightening the front leg, reaching through those right fingertips and down through the left. Opening up the hips. Inhale into warrior two, coming back up, bending through the knee. And we'll find half moon on this side. So again, maybe grabbing your block, maybe moving towards the wall. Stepping the back foot in a little bit, shifting the weight into the front leg. Beginning to lift the back leg in line with the hips. Placing the left hand down to the ground or at a block, whatever level you'd like. Keeping that block or your hand directly in line with your elbow and your shoulder. Lifting the right hand up to the sky, straightening that standing leg, and trying to get the hips to stack, opening the hips, opening the chest to the side. Reaching again through the heel, flexing through that foot, reaching through the heel, reaching through your fingertips, reaching through the head, finding reach everywhere. And it's important to note to keep the knee of your standing leg in line with your toes to protect the knee. Seeing if you can stack your hips a little bit more. Seeing if you can open it up just a little bit more. And if you fall, that's fine. Come back into the pose. Or don't, whatever you'd like. And as you exhale, returning to Warrior Two, coming out of the pose by looking down at the floor, lowering the leg, and in, and coming back into Warrior Two. As you exhale, find low lunge, hands framing the front foot. And inhale, step back to plank, taking your vinyasa on the exhale. Taking a nice deep breath in this downward dog. And exhale into child's pose, dropping the knees, letting the head come to rest on the ground. Keeping your knees as close together or as wide apart as you'd like. Arms stretched out long. Take a few deep breaths. As you inhale, begin to roll up out of child's and find a comfortable seat. Next, we'll find Dandasana. Stretching your legs out long in front of you, maybe pulling the flesh away from your hips to find a more rooted seat on the mat. Flexing through your feet. Inhale to reach the arms up overhead, finding length in the spine. And exhale, fold forward, keeping that length. You could, on every inhale, find a little bit more length, and every exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Or you can allow the spine to round. As you inhale, begin to roll up out of this pose. Coming back into our straight seat here. And we'll find boat pose next. So finding a balance on your hips. Inhale and lift your feet up off the ground, keeping your knees bent at a 90-degree angle. Arms coming out alongside the legs. Engaging the abs, opening up through the chest, keeping that chest lifted. An option to straighten the legs if that is in your practice. Remembering to breathe. One more inhale in boat. And as you exhale, slowly lower down to your back. Once you're on your back, inhale your right knee into your chest, keeping your left leg out long on the mat. Pulling that right knee into the chest, maybe flexing through that foot. One more inhale. And exhale to bring that leg back down to the ground, both legs stretched out long. Inhale the left knee into the chest, keeping the right leg out long, hugging the left knee just a little bit closer, flexing through the foot. And exhale to return that leg back down to the mat. Inhale and bring both knees into the chest. And exhale for a supine twist, dropping the knees over to the right. Left arm reaches out long, gazes over those fingertips. And of course, you can close your eyes. Inhale, coming back through center. And exhale, dropping the knees to the left side. Right arm reaches out long, gazes over those right fingertips. Inhale, returning the knees to center, giving them a nice big hug. And exhale for Shavasana, lowering everything down to the ground, spreading your arms and your legs as wide as you'd like, flipping the palms up to receive energy, or flipping them down to focus inwards. Snuggling your shoulder blades underneath you so that your back is nice and flat. Letting the breathing slow. And then letting go of the breath. Taking a nice deep breath in and letting it out. Taking another nice deep breath in through the nose and exhaling out. Beginning to come back into the space around you. Bringing little movements into your fingers and your toes. And begin making your way, rolling over onto one side, using your arm as a pillow. And pushing yourself up into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed all the way if that's comfortable. And bringing our hands in prayer at the center of our chest, bowing your head towards your hands. Repeat the intention you set at the beginning of practice once more. Knowing that you can take this intention with you and repeat it anytime throughout your day. Thank you for joining me in practice today. Namaste.